Hello, and welcome to another football commentaries live stream. It is the big game of Manchester City versus Liverpool. We are 16 minutes away from kickoff, so hopefully we get a cracking game. I hope we get goals at least. Just the bare minimum I ask for, goals. I'm going to get the stream out quickly though. There we go. Just give me a second. There we go. Yeah, I'll go through the lineup soon. Get some more people in here. About 40 minutes till the kick-off. Hopefully it'll be... I just hope, because Liverpool have won the league, that doesn't affect the performance. Oh, well, obviously not for Liverpool because they've gone full strength, and so have City pretty much to a certain degree. So I don't think it'll affect that, but you just never know because it's all wrapped up in City pretty much got Champions League if they're in it next year. I just hope that doesn't affect anything, but I don't think it will. We'll just have to see. Yeah, I'll go through the lineups very soon. I'll go through them in a few minutes, and I'll go through them again when it's about to kick off. Obviously, it's without fans, but at this point, I personally I'm not too bothered. But imagine this and at full Etihad. Rocking for this game, it'd be insane. I say guard of honour, maybe might happen. Should I say? I think Guardiola said that he wanted it to happen. So to be honest, I don't have a problem with it. It is what it is. It's we can't have one rule for some and then not for others. Liverpool have won the league; they deserve what all the other champions have got or have had in the past, the guard of honour. So at the end of the day, it's just is what it is. I have to just put up with it. Be interesting what formation Guardiola uses. I think it'll be a 4-3-3, but I think it'll be Gundogan in a midfield role instead of as a holding role. He's been playing in a little bit. Check the stream itself. Probably get some audio issues. But yeah, 12 minutes away from kickoff. It's just a big game. That's all it is. Okay, right. Everything's alright. High 3-1 City. Well, see, that can be said, right? But then when you look at the stats, Liverpool have only conceded 21 goals this season. Alisson himself has only conceded 11 of those. The other 10 have been from Adrian, and he only played 11 games. So three. It just depends what City are like on the night, really. City are on it, then we just don't know. But if Liverpool are on it defensively, it'd be tough for City to break them down. It'd be very, very tough. But biggest game of the season by far. Not in terms of meaning, because obviously it doesn't really mean much, like I've said, but in terms of the best teams in England, then this is just a massive, massive game. I'm just going to have a look now, but I think this is probably the biggest game I've done. I think in terms of two teams, Dortmund Bayern was a big game, to be fair. But in terms of two teams playing against each other, this is probably the biggest game I've done. So it's very exciting. 10 minutes. I'll go through the teams in a minute. I'm just going to add something. Obviously, I've got the playlist down below for everything. All the series. So I'm a podcast. I know that's a little bit older. From a few months ago. I do want to try and get that running again, the podcast, because I did enjoy it. That's down below. The Football Manager series, which I haven't uploaded an episode since Monday, but that'll be back, I think, tomorrow, if I can get one recorded in time. So yeah, that'll be back as well. So we're just getting the content out there. Just gonna add my latest commentaries to the playlist of all my commentaries. It's not really something you want to we'll go through, but keep them all together. And then there we go. I'll go through the lineups now, and then I'll go through them more in depth closer to kick off. We've got Ederson in goal for Manchester City, with Kyle Walker at right back, chosen over Cancelo. Eric Garcia back in the starting 11 after missing the last 3 games in all competitions, obviously due to that injury with Ederson. Aymeric Laporte obviously starts centre back, the main centre half for Manchester City. Benjamin Mendy keeps his spot at left back. Zinchenko still left on the bench. Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan and Foden and Rodri are in the midfield. Depending on how that goes, I feel like Foden will more than likely be put out wide. City have struggled defensively against Liverpool in the past, so I feel like they're going to go with 2 DMs of Rodri and Gundogan, and then Kevin De Bruyne in front of them in like a centre attacking midfield role. Foden and Sterling, who's out wide, with Jesus up front. So I think you'll go with that. So 4 central midfielders in the team, but I feel like Foden will go out wide. Gundogan and Rodri will sit. De Bruyne in front of them, and then Sterling on the left. And Gabriel Jesus gets the nod up front. Obviously, Aguero are injured for this game, but Jesus will hopefully be able to fill his boots and get some goals tonight. And then with Liverpool, it's an unchanged lineup from the game against Crystal Palace. We've got Alisson in goal, with Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. Joe Gomez and Van Dijk partner all alongside each other at centre back, with Robertson at left back. Henderson on the right side of central midfield, 30 years old now. Fabinho playing that holding role with Wijnaldum to his left. And then obviously the front threes, Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane make up that front 3. So full strength for both teams. I'm pretty sure City on the bench have Claudio Bravo, João Cancelo, John Stones, Nicolas Otamendi, Zinchenko, Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Tommy Doyle and Riyad Mahrez as well, who drops to the bench. And then for Liverpool, they have Adrian, Nico Williams, Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Minamino, Divock Origi and James Milner coming back to the Etihad to face his former team. Obviously won a couple of Premier Leagues at Manchester City, won 2, made 203 appearances as well, so he knows this team very, very well. So we're getting closer to kick-off, the big kick-off. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes. He'll be at 6 in a second. Getting the time already. Can't forget that. Yeah, the next commentary Tuesday, 7th of July. I'm going to actually change the... Let me just turn off my notifications. I'm going to change the stream start to... I'm just going to start streams at 8 o'clock. Because 8 just seems a little too... precise. I don't know. I'll just put it at 8. Yeah, Arsenal-Leicester. Big game for Europe, that. Leicester obviously seriously struggling for form. Got beat yesterday against Everton 2-1. But Chelsea did drop points as well. United didn't, but Spurs did as well, who were behind them. But that means Sheffield United gained 3 points. Obviously Wolves won as well. So just interesting how this European places turn out. Because if City do get that year ban of Champions League football, then obviously that could lead to top 5 getting Champions League, not just top 4. The Guard of Honour is about to happen. City have formed the 2 separate lines alongside each other to clap Liverpool onto the pitch. Obviously, great sign of respect from Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, but it is part and parcel of winning the league. You do get a Guard of Honour if you have certain games left. So for me, I think this is just, there shouldn't be a problem with this. I know some City fans will be like, oh, we shouldn't be giving it them, just get over it. They've absolutely stormed the league this season, so why shouldn't they get the same treatment as what every single other team has got when they won the league? But we are 5 minutes from kick-off, so the teams will be coming out very, very soon. All the players, even the ones on the bench, have formed this Guard of Honour. Sorry about that. Can't quite see them yet. Obviously, Jordan Henderson, the captain, will lead them out onto the pitch. Here they come out. This is weird with no fans. Sorry about this. The reception would have been very, very different if there was fans in the stadium. If there was a stadium full of City fans giving this Guard of Honour, the boos would ring around the stadium so loud, blocking any kind of clap from any kind of person in the stadium if there was fans. But it's the way it goes. It's the way it has gone this season. Klopp will lead them, in fact, I think. I'm not sure what they're doing. But full strength Liverpool lineup, which has probably been one of their positives to this season. They've had a set lineup whenever they can, but City, it's just been very chop and changing. And here we go, the Liverpool players enter the field with a round of applause from the Manchester City staff and the officials and the players as well. Obviously very strange with no one in the stadium, but still very much deserved. They don't seem like the loudest of claps from City. Obviously I can't hear them, but it wasn't... What a shocking Guard of Honour that was. Oh my word. Honestly, they might as well not have City. They were just like this. There's little, like, I can't hear it obviously, but there's like little slaps of the hand. That's wow. Well, the Guard of Honour's been done nonetheless. And some, like, Mohamed Salah wasn't even on the pitch yet, and some of them were walking off. My word. So, Guard of Honour's done. Yeah, I think it'll be a 4-3-3 for both teams. I think Foden will go out wide. I think De Bruyne will be part of that midfield. I think he'll play on the left of the midfield. Or even the right, and Gundogan will go on the left. It just depends how he goes. We'll have to see when the teams go out. But I'll go through the lineup once more in a second. Actually, I'll go through them now, just in case you've forgotten or you just need another run through. And we might as well do it now. So we've got Ederson in goal for Manchester City. 12 clean sheets this season. 11th consecutive Prem start as well. Obviously had a little bit of a drop off during the New Year's. Obviously getting sent off against Wolves. So he's obviously clearly bounced back from that. Kyle Walker will play at right back. Assist in the first game of the season versus West Ham. And he got one more and against Southampton where he scored as well in that game. Eric Garcia will go at the back, starting his fourth game of the season. Aymeric Laporte at the back with Benjamin Mendy at left back as well. Was subbed in the 59th minute against Chelsea. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously on 16 assists this season, on 10 goals now as well, which is the free kick. Gundogan plays in midfield with Rodri as well, obviously playing against his former manager, Ilkay Gundogan. Phil Foden on the right. Jesus up front, making his 15th start, and Sterling on the left against his former club. Alisson in goal for Liverpool with Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, second in the assists rankings along behind Kevin De Bruyne. Joe Gomez at the back as well, 22nd Premier League appearance for him with Virgil van Dijk, who's the only player to have played every minute of Premier League football for Liverpool. Andy Robertson at left back, Jordan Henderson, the captain, in centre midfield with Fabinho holding, scored an assist in the last game against Palace. Wijnaldum will play in the midfield as well, with Salah up front making his 28th appearance, scored 17 goals. With Firmino yet to score at Anfield, all 8 of his Premier League goals have come away from home, and Sadio Mane are wide on the left as well. And we are about to get started in this game. Had to get through that quick. Kind of rushed it a little bit there as it is doing the lineups here, Manchester City. Just doing the lineups at the ground. I think that's what the officials are waiting for. But here we go. Second versus first. The runners-up, or looking like the runners-up, versus the champions of England, which is Liverpool. Their first game after being crowned champions is about to get underway. Whistle blown, down on one knee. Mane remembered this time. I don't know if you saw on social media, he forgot. But obviously spreading the Black Lives Matter campaign. Still doing it, it's great to see. And we're about to get underway. Anthony Taylor, the referee, blows the whistle. Henderson kicks off, goes back to Joe Gomez, sends it diagonally long to the left-hand side of Liverpool's half. And we're underway with Jesus already in behind here for Liverpool. For Manchester City. After City cleared that ball from Liverpool, and Van Dijk can muscle him out the way and clear long. But it picks up with Garcia. And back to Ederson. I'll get this timer going now. With Kyle Walker on the ball. Eric Garcia back to Ederson in his own goal. Finds Laporte inside his own box. Gundogan split to the right. It looks like they may be playing with two holding midfielders here, City, with Gundogan and Rodri, as they try to play De Bruyne in. Henderson intercepts. Wijnaldum tries to backheel it to Andy Robertson, intercepted by Kyle Walker. Rodri, poor touch from him, is allows Fabinho to break, with Jordan Henderson try to find Mane in behind. Good interception by Eric Garcia, and Kyle Walker can have the ball on the right hand side. Garcia back to Ederson inside the 6-yard box, goes to Rodri. He's able to turn, look for a pass. Got some options, has to head back to Laporte just inside his own box. Whoever's in the stream, if you want to say hello in the chat, please do. We can get a conversation going. With City having the ball in the first, minute and a half, just keeping it, knocking it around their box. Not much movement, not much press. Is Ederson still in his own box? He's got the ball. Goes over to Garcia on the right. Pressed by Liverpool. Big tackle from Mane, and it falls to Robertson. Tackles from Manchester City, but he falls to Mane. Tries to go inside to Salah in the box. Shielded away by Aymeric Laporte, and Ederson can roll the ball out to Benjamin Mendy. Inside to Rodri. Back to Mendy. Goes in behind to Jesus. He may be offside though. The linesman, I think, he's got his flag up, but Jesus decides to finish it just in case. But he may have been offside. The flag was up. Jesus continued. Obviously, it may be checked, but it might not have to be, depending on how clear the offside is. Yeah, just offside, Gabriel Jesus, but got the gap in between the Liverpool defence. If he could have just timed his run, he would have been in behind there. Obviously, Jesus did score in that quarter-final that City had against Liverpool in the 2017-18 season. He scored the first goal in the second leg within 3 minutes, so it could have been a carbon copy of that, but clearly not offside, but unlucky from Gabriel Jesus. As Van Dijk takes the free kick, switches it to the right-hand side to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Doesn't fall to him. Mendy can clear, but not very far. Only as far as Jordan Henderson, who heads back to Fabinho. Rushed by Kevin De Bruyne, but keeps the ball in the end. And has to force it back to Joe Gomez. Alisson. Back to Joe Gomez. Only played the 3 minutes in the reverse fixture, Joe Gomez. Lovren did play that game. With Robertson, left back. Inside the Liverpool half, goes to his right to Van Dijk. one of his good seasons once again as he goes over the top to Mo Salah, who can bring it down and have a shot. Big save from Ederson. Poor touch from Mendy and leaves it to Firmino, who shoots. Not enough power on the shot, and Ederson can save. Big chance for Liverpool. Mendy again. He didn't have a great game against Chelsea, and he nearly gave Bobby Firmino his 9th goal of the season on a plate for him. What was he doing? Mendy's bounced off his knee. Firmino could not get enough power on it, and City caught napping within 4 minutes. It's just what Liverpool do. Catch teams when they don't expect it. Very, very close for Liverpool to go 1-0 up. One ball from Van Dijk around the corner and had City trembling with a lot of fear. Ederson was off his line though, to be fair, so Mo Salah could have dinked him if he had seen that, and a poor pass from Walker means Laporte has to sprint and beat Salah to the ball, and he does get it out wide to Mendy in the end. And he goes inside to Rodri. He's definitely two in the holding midfielding role for City as Rodri tries to dink into Foden. He tries to release Gabriel Jesus, but it's intercepted by the Liverpool defence, and Alisson can clear to Robertson. He can bring it down the left. Mane has it, takes a touch, and goes inside to Wijnaldum. To Robertson. He's going to go for that switch that Liverpool are very well known for, but he's nicely intercepted with the chest of Benjamin Mendy, and Laporte can have it. Laporte to De Bruyne. Flicks it to Benjamin Mendy on the left-hand side. Turns back to Laporte. Rodri. Obviously, it looks like City will have the most possession in the game, it seems. Gundogan. Back to Eric Garcia. Has to turn and find Ederson. Laporte. Rodri. Back to Ederson. Over to Eric Garcia. Obviously injured for the last 3 games, like I've said, due to that collision with Ederson in the first game from the restart at the Etihad against Arsenal. The 3-0 win. Mendy's been released on the left, goes inside to Sterling, takes a touch, too heavy. Gomez can intercept. Fabinho, Van Dijk to Henderson. Good press from City, but they've been able to beat it, Liverpool, and Salah can play, or attempt to play Mane over the top, but too much on it. And Ederson can keep the ball for City. One of the game at the Etihad in the 17-18 season where Liverpool were nowhere near City, where City got 100 points. They did win 5-0 on that day, Manchester City, as Jesus' pass leads it to Henderson. And Liverpool, after a bit of scrappy play, keep the ball with Arnold on the right. Goes for a switch to Mane in behind. I think he's onside. Mane on the left, towards the corner flag. Has to wait for his support. 1-on-1 with Kyle Walker. Robertson's joined him on the left. Over to Wijnaldum. He'll look for a pass and he'll go to Mane. Foul by Foden. He's been tripped. Foden doesn't think he's fouled him there, but the referees gave it as a Liverpool free kick. One of those switches again from Arnold. I think Mane was just onside. I think. But nothing came from it at the end. They took the free kick, but it goes to Van Dijk, who's just towards the halfway line. Finds Joe Gomez. Can't find the dink pass to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it falls to Jesus. Battling with Gomez, outstrengthens him and lays it off to Rodri. Tries to find Sterling down the left. Good tackle from Fabinho to cover, and out for a throw-in for Manchester City. Good hold-up play that from Jesus to win the ball back for City. That is something he can bring, a lot of work rate and a lot of running. Aguero does do that, but I don't think he does it as well as Jesus. So that's something he can bring. Obviously didn't start or play in that game against Chelsea last Thursday. He was on the bench. Did come on eventually, but they went for the false 9 with Bernardo Silva up front, who's on the bench tonight. Sterling has it from the throw, goes back to Mendy. Turns Jordan Henderson, goes inside to Rodri. Over towards Mendy again. Rodri on the halfway line. To Ilkay Gundogan. Kyle Walker. Not many options, has to play it back to Eric Garcia. Head back towards Ederson. Obviously, England, Brazil's 2 number 1 keepers who obviously battle it out for that position for the national team. I think Alisson's been the one favoured by the Brazilian manager as Foden's setting off. Kyle Walker down the right, gets there ahead of Robertson, tries to cut in, shields it away from the Scottish international, and heads back towards Eric Garcia. Just didn't quite have the pace, Walker, to fully commit going past Robertson. And Laporte dinks it towards Mendy, way too much power on it, over his head, out for a throw-in for Liverpool inside their own half. And it'll be Trent to take it. Jesus was offside. They've checked, they've got the lines out. He was definitely offside. That yellow line's not even accurate anyway, what they're showing. As Gomez has it. Just on the edge of the Liverpool box, goes over to Van Dijk. Gomez obviously had that altercation with Raheem Sterling after the game at Anfield. Obviously led to them having a little fight in the England camp as Mane's been found over the top, tries to set off Bobby Firmino in the box, or Roberto Firmino, but was intercepted by the City defence, and Gundogan can bring it out, lays it off to Rodri. Back to Laporte again. City sound defensively so far. Only one real attack for Liverpool. That wasn't too dangerous in terms of having to make Ederson really work. But still got him behind nonetheless. City really haven't had a chance yet. Jesus has had the ball in the net, but was well offside, and poor pass from Gundogan nearly led Trent Alexander-Arnold in behind the City defence, but his touch was poor, and it's out luckily for Gundogan from Manchester City throw-in. And he's been given it and gives it back to Mendy. Spins, clears down the line. Over the head of Joe Gomez, and De Bruyne has it. Cuts inside on the right. He's through the centre. He's got Foden over. Will he use him? He will. Foden in the box. Tries to take it past Robertson. He falls to De Bruyne, who strikes. Blocked by Robertson. And Wijnaldum lays it off to Alisson, who has to clear. But only as far as Rodri, who heads it back towards De Bruyne. Brings it down beautifully. The Belgian. Fouled on the edge of the box. Doesn't say the referee. It looked like he did. But Liverpool can break with Arnold over the top to Mane. Is he onside? He is on the edge of the box. Inside the box now. Try to cut in onto his right foot. And lays it back over to Arnold. No foul, said the referee. Arnold puts it in the box to Mane. Poor header wide. De Bruyne seems like he's been hurt from that. I think he'll be okay, though. He'll be able to run it off. But great skill from De Bruyne. Don't think it was a foul by Fabinho. If I haven't walked down well from in that. He didn't really win the ball, Fabinho, to be fair. But it seems like the City captain for tonight, Kevin De Bruyne, will be okay. But at least Liverpool didn't score from it, because that would have caused more controversy. But first big chance for City, really, with Foden and De Bruyne coming close, but Robertson saving Liverpool from going that one goal down. Ederson rolls it to Gundogan in the box, who can bring it out for Manchester City. To Gundogan. Laporte, just on the edge of the City box. We're 11 minutes in. Gundogan. Kevin De Bruyne. Eric Garcia. Who will strike first in this game? Gundogan gets it in between the lines to Jesus, and can run at the Liverpool defence with pace. Tries to play Sterling through the middle, but can't quite do so. Intercepted by Joe Gomez, and Salah was being released, but nice tracking back from Rodri, and he can release Gundogan. Tries to find Mendy in space. Arnold read it easily towards Salah. Heads back to Trent, and he has to turn to Gomez, and he plays it back to him comfortably. Henderson to Gomez. Obviously, that last meeting was a 3-1 victory for Liverpool. Bernardo Silva did score for City that day, but Liverpool were well on top in that game throughout. But few City claims for penalties in that day. Obviously, the well-known 2 fingers in the air by Guardiola when 2 penalties weren't given to City's way. Is KDB playing deep? He's actually playing more forward. Kevin De Bruyne. He's playing like a centre attacking mid role, but when Liverpool are on the ball, they go 4-4-2. So De Bruyne and De Jesus go out in 2 strikers, as Rodri's won the ball back nice in that corner flag for City. And Gundogan can bring it out with the City defence if he can. Pressed by Firmino, loses it to Mane, who's in the box. Laporte with a massive tackle to stop Mane from bursting through on goal. So De Bruyne is playing as a behind the striker, but when Liverpool had the ball, City go 4-4-2 to defend it with a heavy touch from Gundogan and a heavy pass, but Rodri can get on the end of it, and Sterling can have a run at the Liverpool defence. Virgil van Dijk can't get to him, so he releases De Bruyne on the left, right in the corner flag. He's met with Arnold. He gets past him, but can't get past Fabinho with a heavy touch, and he clears. Goes as far as Laporte on the halfway. You have good commentary. Thank you. Is that Sane's your profile picture as well? Because he's obviously gone to Bayern Munich for around, I think it's £46 million, 47. As Mendy has it on the left, puts a fantastic ball in towards the back post. Foden can't get on the end of it. Out for a throw in the corner flag. I think it might be a Liverpool ball. I don't think anyone got a touch on it. It's a great ball from Mendy. That's really what he can bring to the City team. Wicked crosses like that. Let's have a look. Surpasses everyone. No one gets a touch on it. And it's out for a throw in the corner flag for Liverpool. Foden just... even if he got to it, Foden, I don't think he would have been able to have diverted it goalwards. Right, I've got to change my profile pic. Yeah. If you're a City fan, then I would do that. It's about to be announced, I think, tomorrow. They like the confirmed signing of Bayern Munich, like putting it out. As Fabinho concedes the throw for City in that corner flag. Robertson threw it to him and he tried to lay it back off to Robertson, but laid it out for a goal kick in the end. It is Mendy's 50th City appearance. Has played twice against Liverpool. This is his third appearance. He actually got one assist in that 5-0 win I was talking about before, and he actually assisted Leroy Sané with a cross. So we'll be looking to do that again, like that cross he just put in. As Foden's lost the ball in that corner flag to Robertson, who can clear. Oh, he's just been clipped, I think, accidentally by Phil Foden. I don't think he meant to quite trip Robertson up that badly, but it is a foul in the end. It'll be a free kick to Liverpool. We're just under 15 minutes in. It's still 0-0 at the Etihad. Can hold a capacity of 55,097. Imagine that fully packed. If it was in front of fans, it'd be rocking, but unfortunately not. As Robertson does just kick it back to Alisson. He'll actually take the free kick in the end. Push Liverpool further up the pitch, which they need to do. They were getting a little bit stuck in their own half there. As Alisson goes long, looking for Firmino over the top. Walker heads it back to Ederson nicely. Good defending from Kyle Walker. His 19th appearance against Liverpool today. Kyle Walker doesn't have a goal against them, as Gundogan again gives it away to Jordan Henderson in the final third of Manchester City. He lays it off to Trent, who will have a run at Mendy. Fancy taking him on, but can't quite do so. Good tackle from Benjamin Mendy. City can set off on a counter-attack. It's Raheem Sterling, who has space to run into, and lays it off to Rodri. Heavy touch from him, and Van Dijk can sweep up and lay off Gini Wijnaldum, his Dutch teammate. Goes to Sadio Mane on the left. Inside the City half, has to turn back and slow down the attack, and Robertson will lay it back to Van Dijk, who's on the halfway. Gomez. Dinked towards Salah on the right. Brings it down and keeps it in. One-on-one with Benjamin Mendy. He'll have to look backwards, I think, to try and lay off Arnold. He does so. Completes a 1-2. And then lays it to Joe Gomez. Back to Virgil van Dijk. Only booked once this season, and that was in that 2-1 victory away at Aston Villa. As Mendy has to outpace Salah as the through ball was given to him, and it's well shielded again by Mendy, and Ederson can clear. Nearly got the better of him there, Salah, with pace, but Mendy just used his upper strength against Salah to stop him from getting into the City box and probably slotting it past Ederson. Lively start though in the first 16 and a half minutes. New subscriber as well, thank you whoever that was. I'm not sure who it was, but whoever it was, thank you. As Liverpool tried to dink it over the top towards Firmino to chase. Laporte will get there first and lay it off to Ederson, who obviously didn't play in that reverse fixture. It was Claudio Bravo in net for that game. And Ederson clips it to Walker on the right, heads it to keep it in. Foden has to meet it against Robertson, heads it on only as far as Wijnaldum, who covered for Robertson. Van Dijk inside to Henderson on the halfway line. Turns. Lays off Robertson. Tries to go for an audacious cross to Salah. Easily collected by Ederson. And Ederson rolls it out to Gundogan, who can bring it forward and find De Bruyne in space. And sets off Jesus. He's in behind. Is he offside again? He can't finish it though with a big save from Alisson. But the offside flag was up. That was, I think, a bit of a tighter one. But City are finding a way through this Liverpool defence. Just that Jesus can't quite time his runs as of now. But if they keep allowing that, Jesus will one time get his run timed correctly. Let's have a look. Yeah, offside again. Big save though from Alisson to stop it. Obviously Brazilian versus Brazilian that time. But if they keep allowing that, Liverpool, then one time he'll time that run right. And they may be behind. Robertson. To Van Dijk. Finds Fabinho. Joe Gomez. Plays it inside to Henderson. Gets it to Trent. Over the top to Mohamed Salah. Laporte out of position. Needs to recover because Salah's onside. Across the box. Good interception by Eric Garcia. It falls to Trent on that right hand side towards the corner flag. Crosses to the back post to Robertson. Goes for the header. Can't win it on Walker. Falls to Wijnaldum who keeps it alive. Robertson heads it behind him. Garcia can clear. To Van Dijk on that halfway line. Good defending from the 19-year-old. Was at the Barcelona Academy from 2008 to 2017, Eric Garcia, and was bought to Manchester during Guardiola's time here. Gomez has it. Bit of possession here for Liverpool. Gets it to Trent, who's pushed high up the pitch. Goes over to Firmino, who can bring it down. He's definitely onside and finds Salah in behind on the edge of the box on his left foot. Gets the shot away off the post. Mohamed Salah. It falls to Mane. Heavy touch out for a goal kick. Questions of offside from Eric Garcia to the linesman, but I don't think Salah was. And that's the closest we've come to an official goal. Firmino found Salah. Eric Garcia allowed it too easy for Salah to get onto his left foot, and his strong foot, by the way. Aims for that near post on the left-hand side. Cannons it off the post. Falls to Mane. His heavy touch bounces off his knee and goes out for a goal kick. And City survive another scare from Mohamed Salah. Got away with that one there. City aren't being able to time their runs right now. They keep getting caught offside, but Liverpool are doing the opposite. They are timing their runs. Foden has it to Garcia at the back. To Gundogan. Rodri. Find Mendy just on the halfway line. He'll bring it forward for Manchester City. And turn back to Rodri in the end. Rodri's played 165 minutes of the 270 since the restart. Garcia. Gundogan. Back to Garcia. Had to find Ederson once again. Liverpool haven't won away in their last 4 fixtures in all competitions. And they have struggled to score as well. As Walker has the ball on the right. Tries to find Jesus against Gomez, but goes past both of them and Alexander-Arnold can clear back towards Walker. He heads it off the back of his head. And can find Gundogan, lays it off to Garcia. And then to Aymeric Laporte. Gundogan finds Foden. Kyle Walker on the ball. He's going to look for a switch to De Bruyne. He does so. Seems like a fine search there from Kyle Walker. And De Bruyne can bring it down. Tries to get past Trent Alexander-Arnold and wins a goal kick. As he did tackle De Bruyne. Obviously, he must have kicked it against the Belgium to win that goal kick. Good defending from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And De Bruyne can't quite get himself going yet. He's had a few glimpses here and there on the ball, but nothing to write home about yet. Obviously set Jesus through those 2 times that he's been able to get through, but was offside for both times. Gabriel Jesus. As a goal kick's been taken, it finds Fabinho. Has to go to Arnold, back to Fabinho. Seems like the right hand side is where Liverpool are starting the attacks and they're ending on the left, a lot of them. Joe Gomez. Wijnaldum. Back to Gomez first time. Finds Alisson. Has to clear. And put way too much power on that. And it's out for a goal kick. Out for a throw-in, sorry. For Manchester City. Inside the Liverpool half is the throw. Not many options for Benjamin Mendy. Take the throw. Towards Jesus, over his head, and it falls to De Bruyne. Flicks over the head of Van Dijk and is taken down in the box. No referee says the penalty. I thought that was a penalty. I don't know what the referee's given. Apparently he's blew his whistle. May have been for a free kick. Let me have a look. Obviously I can't hear the sounds. I think he's gave a free kick on Jesus. Because De Bruyne clips it over his head and was tripped in the box by Van Dijk. I don't know what the referee's... He's given a free kick from the Jesus push that he got off Gomez. And Foden will put a cross in, deflected away by Mane. Van Dijk's got away with that big time. The referee should have played advantage, but Foden's been found in behind from Gundogan, who's hooked it back in the box. Foden lays it off to De Bruyne in the box. Tries to take on Fabinho. De Bruyne gets a cross in. Van Dijk has to clear. I think it'll be a throw for Manchester City in the final third. The referee should have played advantage there because that was a foul from Van Dijk in the box onto Kevin De Bruyne. You could see where the contact was made as well. Poor decision by the referee. Michael Oliver was the referee in the last game between these two sides. As the throw-in's found Sterling in the box, he's taken on Gomez. Can he get a shot? Well, he's brought down, and it's a penalty kick for City. Joe Gomez booked as well. He held down Sterling. And obviously, like I said, they've had altercations in the past, Gomez and Sterling's got one over Gomez now. He got the throw-in. It was a long throw-in from Mendy. He was battling with Gomez throughout all of it. A little bit of shirt pulling from Raheem Sterling. Chopped on the outside. Pulled down from Gomez. He just couldn't get anywhere near the ball, Joe Gomez. Sterling goes down. And it's a penalty City. Obviously, VAR will check it, I'm pretty sure. But that was 100% a penalty. And Gomez has been booked. Big moment in the game. It's definitely a penalty. I don't think VAR are checking it. They're going to speak to Alisson here. The referee obviously just telling him to stay on his line. And it's going to be De Bruyne for his 11th goal of the season. He's never scored against Liverpool in his senior career. Can he change that from the spot again? He scored on the spot against Newcastle at the weekend. Can he do it against Alisson? Kevin De Bruyne sends him the wrong way. And City are 1-0 up against Liverpool. The champions of England are down. And it's a great penalty from Kevin De Bruyne. Obviously, the current champions of this season are Liverpool. The last season was obviously City. And they're showing that they will next season be challenging again against Liverpool. And they've taken the lead within 25 minutes today. It was clumsy defending from Joe Gomez. He's had a lot of praise this season for his defending. But that was a real lapse of judgment in his defending. And it was definitely a penalty. And against his former club, Raheem Sterling won the penalty. And De Bruyne converted to get his first goal against Liverpool in his career. City 1, Liverpool 0. Clumsy defending from Joe Gomez. Clumsy. As the drinks breaks will take place as well after this goal. So I'll take one of my own. This is not a Liverpool mug, by the way. If you can see the red. It's a Big Bang Theory. I know you're thinking I've got like a Liverpool mug out. Edison not realising it was the drinks break. Been called over by Pep Guardiola. How do you not realise it's a drinks break when everyone's near the technical areas? But Liverpool, their first game after being named the champions of England, they are down 1-0. I think City should have had a penalty before that anyway on De Bruyne when he was taken down by Van Dijk, but the referee gave the free kick for the foul before that and didn't play the advantage. Getting KDB, lad. I'm presuming you're a City fan from that reaction. But yeah, obviously City have had a lot of penalty problems this season, but De Bruyne has made amends for any kind of penalty problems they have had in the past because he scored a penalty against Newcastle. I think he scored one against Arsenal as well. I think he took that penalty. Mahrez scored his penalty against Burnley in that 5-0 win they had. So I feel like those penalty demons are right past Manchester City now. As we do restart the game in the 27th minute with Gomez sending it long towards Mane and Walker wins his header. And Firmino can bring it down. No, Foden gets ahead of him. Can't release the ball, Foden. And Wijnaldum trying to get in behind Walker from a Mane pass. Can't quite do so. Walker tries to clear the ball. I think he trips on the corner flag. And it's a throw-in for Liverpool towards the corner flag. He tried to shield it and clear, but couldn't quite clear it. And I think he tripped over the corner flag in the end. So it's a Liverpool throw. They obviously want to bounce back straight away. Liverpool. Throws it to Mane. Keeps the ball alive. Right that corner flag against Walker and Foden. Back heels it. Can't find any player in red. And it goes out for a goal kick from Manchester City. And Edison will take. Obviously City on the front foot at the start of the game. Personally, I think they've been the better team by the slightest. I think Liverpool had the better chances in terms of goal scoring, but in terms of having the ball and, you know, just being a little bit more fretful with City, because you didn't know when Liverpool were going to really strike on City, which is probably one of their strong points. You just don't know when they're going to spring that attack or become dangerous. So, there's an aspect of that, but City so far have been doing well against Liverpool. Obviously struggled to do that at Anfield. They haven't won there since 2003. As Walker goes for a switch and it's poor, but luckily it falls right back to him as Henderson intercepts. Very fortunate that the ball somehow cannon back towards him in that right back role. As Gundogan tries to find Walker out wide. Poor pass. Out for a throw. Liverpool 4 days. I'm presuming you're a Liverpool fan as well. They are currently 1-0 down though in the first 29 minutes of the game. Virgil van Dijk has it to Joe Gomez. Van Dijk inside the Liverpool half. Goes long looking for Mane. Falls to Gundogan. Rodri. De Bruyne has space to turn, run at the defence. Goes inside looking for Jesus. Is he onside? He's in the box. Can't get a shot away. Turns Robertson twice and tries to shoot. Slips past the post. The flag had stayed down. It was a fantastic ball again from Kevin De Bruyne. Let me have a look if he was onside. De Bruyne turned. Ooh, I think he was just offside. Because I think Van Dijk just played him off. But it would have been a very close call. But fortunately for Liverpool, the ball went wide anyway. Good start from Manchester City. They're keeping going. If they could go 2-0 up before half time, that'd be perfect for the boys in blue. As Alisson has the ball in goal. Goes to Gomez, who gave away that penalty. He's on the ball. Goes to Fabinho. Obviously scored an absolute cracker in that reverse fixture. The first goal of that game against Claudio Bravo. Switched to Robertson. He's able to keep it in and nod it down to Van Dijk. Clips it towards Mane on that left, onside. One-on-one with Garcia. Tries to outpace him. Good defending by Garcia, but Mane has got away after... It seems like he made a trip. Garcia tries to play it over to Henderson on the right side of the box. Intercepted by Rodri. As Garcia is still out. Down. And Jesus is fouled Fabinho. And they've given the free kick around 60 yards away from the goal. And this gives, I think, Garcia time to get up and see if he's okay. I think he's back up anyway. I think Mane may have just been onside from that clip ball from Van Dijk. Seemed like Garcia had him there, like was going to outstrength him, and then it seems like he just fell over. It must have been like they might have just clipped heels or something by accident. Brings it down, tries to burst past him, Mane. Yeah, they just get their legs tangled with each other, and obviously led to Garcia falling over. And the ball's been put in, left by Mendy, so Firmino picks it up on the far right. Goes back to Mohamed Salah. Goes for the easy option of Gomez behind him. Arnold dinks it out wide to Robertson. First time cross. Good collection from Edison. Not quite a good enough ball from Andy Robertson to find Sadio Mane in the box. Whoever liked as well, thank you very much. Kyle Walker has it. Has to go back to Eric Garcia. He seems like a very promising centre-half for Manchester City. And it's Edison. A right-footed first-time clearance looking for Sterling on the left. Lays it off behind him to Mendy. It's inside the City half. Rodri dispossessed by Fabinho. And Mane has been slotted through and goes for the switch to Fabinho. First time across to Salah in the box. Good interception from Rodri. Or it's Rodrigo, I was going to say his full name. And City have got away with it again. It's poor from City, especially Rodri, trying to keep the ball, thinking he's got more time than he has. And Trent puts the ball in on his left foot, cleared away from Laporte. Can be helped on by Rodri, finds Gundogan to Foden on this right hand side. Goes for a dinks ball over the top looking for Jesus. Flicks it onto De Bruyne. But I think a free kick's been given as he did just put on a little nudge into the side of Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, chance here. Obviously it was Mane who got it, then tried to dink it to Fabinho, and he did that successfully. And tried to find Salah, who may have been offside actually, but Rodri made up for the loss of possession to clear the ball away, as Firmino has dyed his hair red. Make of that what you will. As Fabinho has it and looks for Salah in behind. Edison outrushes, tackles, and he keeps going and pokes it out for a throw-in and runs back towards his goal. Here's a big tackle from Edison. What are they checking for here? Did he use his hands? Let's have a look. Big tackle. Comes off his arm. Or off his elbow. Didn't mean to use it. It was just he was like that, and it came off his elbow. Then had to toe poke it away. But had to come out well out of his goal there, Edison. Nothing's been given. As Gomez plays inside to Wijnaldum. Press from City here. But yeah, Edison, the sweeper keeper, obviously Neuer's known for that, but Edison was right out on Mohamed Salah. Obviously, he's had a little bit of a battle alongside Mane. Obviously, we're substituting in that 5-0 win. I know I mentioned it a few times now, but keeps cropping up. Obviously, he was subbed off after getting kicked in the face by Mane because he was sent off in that game because of that challenge. So made sure he definitely left someone Salah there. As Fabinho goes towards Gomez, playing around the back is Henderson. Trent, first time hooking it down the line, looking for Salah. Can't bring it down in the end. And Mendy can have it. Lays it off to Laporte inside the City box. Right-footed clearance from the Frenchman. No senior appearances yet for France Laporte. It's crazy to think that he's still not had an appearance. I don't think he's even had a call-up for France. As Gundogan has the ball in the midfield, finds Jesus. City have men over, it's Foden against Van Dijk. He's got De Bruyne to his right, he tries to take on his own, lays it off to Sterling on his left, gets inside, shoots in the box, and Sterling's made it 2 against his former club. He won the penalty, and he scored City's second goal, and it's Manchester City 2, Liverpool 0. On the counter again, Liverpool have been caught out. Well won back from Benjamin Mendy. Found Gundogan in the midfield. He set off Jesus. Van Dijk backed away from Foden and Jesus. Allowed him to find the pass to Sterling. Cut in on Gomez. Couldn't quite get the challenge in. And was able to lift it over Alisson for 2-0. Other than any offside checks, City have doubled their lead. Foden with the assist. Cuts in. Bit of a heavy touch from Sterling. But was able to get it through the legs, I think, of Gomez. To slot it onto the post. And into the back of the net. He was around 8 yards out, through the legs, off the post, just right in the corner, in fact, maybe not even off the post. And it's 2-0, and the goal's been given. 13th in the Premier League for Raheem Sterling. And we're on a counter-attack again, it's Rodri. De Bruyne on the left, first time, cross right across the goal. Jesus couldn't get there, and Foden will keep it in on the far right. City with an electric start. I know this doesn't mean anything for any title race, but City is showing that Liverpool can't have it all their own way. Benjamin Mendy on the left. Great performance though from Sterling so far. He's obviously struggled against Liverpool in recent years, but this season scored in the Community Shield and he scored in this game as well. As Eric Garcia's heavy touch is just being able to get to Gundogan, and Walker can bring it forward for City. He's got Foden to his right. He'll use him. Foden inside the final third. Cuts onto his left, tries to lay off Walker, but Gundogan gets there instead. Big tackle for Fabinho, wins the ball back for Liverpool. Henderson, met with Sterling, gets it to Trent. He has to clear it first time and out for a throw-in. And Liverpool are struggling. City have been able to keep the ball well. And when they've had the chance, they've taken them. Getting Sterling, lad. Yeah, he's played well. Good goal as well. Good finish. Showing a lot of composure there. Mendy will take that throw-in that they won. But obviously, I know City and Liverpool have nothing to play for, but I think this is still bragging rights, and Liverpool want to win this. Their first game officially is newly crowned champions. They won't want to lose this, and not in an embarrassing fashion. Obviously, the most goals they've conceded this season is 3, and that was away to Watford. So we'll see if City can beat that or maybe level the amount of goals that Watford scored that night. Obviously, they had no Henderson in that game, which proved pivotal for Liverpool, because it seems like Henderson is really their anchor man in that midfield. Mendy has another throw-in on the halfway line. Sorry for my dog's barking as well during the goal. That was a really unfortunate time, and I don't know if you could hear it, but if you did, I do apologise. Walker has it on the right. He's been set off as City have worked their way out from the throw. Turns back and goes to Rodri. Over to Sterling. He's got Mendy overlapping on his left. Will he use him? He won't. He'll look back and find Laporte on the halfway line. Back over to Mendy. Sterling. Mendy. Deflects off Fabinho. Out for a throw-in. Mendy again. Obviously won the ball back for that second goal to lay it off to Gundogan for him to set off Jesus on the attack. So good work from Mendy. Throws it into Jesus. One-on-one with Gomez. Falls to Gini Wijnaldum instead. And Liverpool can maybe break from this. Mendy, good recovering. Tackles Firmino and lays it back off to Ederson. Good defending from Benjamin Mendy. And City have the ball once again. Penalty goal and a Sterling goal is a difference so far in this game. You can't say that Liverpool aren't trying because they've won the league, because City have just really played well tonight so far. So you can't be using that excuse, any Liverpool fans, of, oh, we've won the league so we don't care. You've put a full strength lineup out. So if you're telling me you weren't trying, then I think you need to have a further think of, what you think about football games. As Henderson has the ball, as they've won it back from City, trying to play out from the back. They hook it over towards Firmino. Tries to head it on one more. I think looking for Mane, but deflects off Salah. Doesn't deflect off Salah, deflects off the City man, and they have a throw. Salah takes it quickly to Trent. Back to Firmino on this right hand side. Towards Gomez. Monitoring that halfway line is Van Dijk. To Robertson. Back to Van Dijk. Gini Wijnaldum. Virgil van Dijk dinks it towards Salah. Lays it off one more to Trent. Gets a ball looking for Mane at the back post. And Walker smartly chests it back to Ederson. And Ederson rolls out to Gundogan. And he goes to Laporte, who's just inside the City half. Goes to Rodri. Mendy. To Laporte. He's going to have to clear first time. I think looking for Jesus or De Bruyne. It's De Bruyne and he flicks it on one more looking for Jesus. But Van Dijk meets it first. And Liverpool have the ball back again. Gomez switches it to Robertson. He can get on the end of it this time. And goes inside, goes backwards to Van Dijk. Gomez. Back over to Van Dijk again. See, if City had won that game against Chelsea and the title was still on tonight for Liverpool, it'd be very interesting to see how long Liverpool would have had to wait to be named champions of England. As Gomez does give the ball away after a poor pass looking for Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Mendy will take the throw. Got 5 minutes left until the added on time of the first half. City being the much better team so far. Can still all change in the second half. Can still all change. Mendy will take. Sorry about that. Mendy. Books, I think, for time wasting. Don't know why he's time wasting in the 40th minute, or the 41st minute, but he has. Stupid, really, from Mendy. Will eventually take it, looking for Jesus, but won by Gomez. Trent comes off Jesus, and a throw-in for Liverpool. Thrown back to Gomez. Not had the best of games so far. Fabinho. Gomez. Van Dijk. Back towards Alisson. Obviously got an assist this season against United at Anfield in the last few kicks of the game. And obviously a 2-0 victory. Van Dijk. To Henderson inside the City half. They've switched it to Robertson again. Goes inside looking for Mane. Good interception by Gundogan. City had the ball back. Oh, try to find Walker out wide. Unfortunate pass from Gundogan. You could see what he's trying to do. Applauded by Guardiola. Out for a Liverpool throw-in though. Van Dijk to Fabinho. Over to Gomez. Dinks it over the top looking for Salah. Met by Garcia. Firmino tries to head it on. Can't quite do so. Heads it backwards towards Rodri. And he can set off Foden. Tripped just inside the City half by Robertson. There'll be a free kick for Manchester City. Don't know if he'll be booked, Robertson, for that. I don't think it was a bookable offence, but still stopped the City attack in the end. Foden making his 35th Premier League appearance for Manchester City. Hopefully he'll get a goal. The lad from Stockport, obviously nicknamed the Stockport Iniesta. As Mendy's gone on a fantastic run, nutmegging Mane in the process. And he lays off to Walker, who goes back to Garcia. Back to Walker again. Cuts inside and goes all the way back to Ederson. Takes a touch. Rodri. First time pass to Laporte. He strikes it long towards De Bruyne. Van Dijk meets it with a header, but only as far as Raheem Sterling. Turns Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent back in position, but he lays it off to De Bruyne. Tries to go in behind towards Gabriel Jesus. Deflects off Trent Alexander-Arnold out for a City throw-in. With just over a minute until the additional time is going to be given to us. And City still 2 goals to the good. It's weird how City can't get a result at any time against Liverpool at Anfield. It's just strange how they just can't win there, but they can win a majority of the time at the Etihad. Jesus has it in the box, or in the corner flag, sorry. Tackled by Gomez, out for another throw. Obviously, to be fair, last season in the season where they were head to head on the 97 and the 98 points, it was a 0-0 at Anfield. They didn't lose, but could have won it if Mahrez had stuck that penalty home but blasted it over the bar. As Jesus does have the ball in this corner here. Goes back to Sterling. Tries to knock it through to Mendy. Intercepted, but that interception goes to Rodri. On the edge of the box, finds Foden. Lays it off to Gundogan. Can we get one more goal before half-time for City? Foden, 1-2 with De Bruyne. What football from Manchester City. And he finishes it. What a goal from Phil Foden. That is class on a different level. If that is not calling to Guardiola why he isn't starting more games in the Premier League, I don't know what is. That goal was phenomenal. The link-up play between Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden was impeccable. Gundogan laid it off to Phil Foden. 1-2, beating Robertson and Van Dijk, making them look average at best. Lifts it over Alisson into the roof of the net. 3-0 at half-time. And can City fans ask for a better first half? And alongside that 3 goals for City, we've got 3 minutes of time added on. But talk about completely mugging off a second place Ballon d'Or nominee like that was phenomenal. The boy from Stockport does it. Obviously got a goal against Burnley and he's got one against Liverpool tonight. 7th of the season in all competitions, and that really showed the quality City have shown tonight. That was so good. So good. We do restart with Robertson on the left with one of those dinks balls, but we couldn't quite keep this one in the end, as we are about to hit half-time. 2 minutes until that will happen. Throw in for City. On this right. I was wondering if they could get one before half-time. Could they get a 4th even? Rodri dinked it over to Mendy. Brings it inside. Tries to look for Foden. Good interception by Van Dijk in the end. City had men over there. Henderson. To Salah. Gomez to Van Dijk. Dinked over the top for Mane. Ederson gets there. Minute to go to half-time. Manchester City, 3 goals to the good. What a first half performance from Manchester City. Beautiful football for the majority, for the goals. I know one was a penalty, but that third one was something special for the link-up play to just completely belittle one of the best centre-back in the world and the best left-back in the world like that and draw them out. I thought it was fantastic. Well, poor header, but a fantastic tackle from Garcia to stop the counter-attack, but only as far as Salah, who's been played in behind. He's inside the box right on the far right, dinks it towards the back post. Can't find a Liverpool man and goes out for a goal kick, and I think that'll be the first half done. 15 seconds until it, but City will take their time with this goal kick. And Liverpool have really really underperformed with their first game back as champions. This is not the way they would have wanted to have capped off their first game as champions, but it's the way it's gone so far. And we're about to get the half-time whistle. Edison sends it long. Anthony Taylor blows his whistle. And at half-time, it is Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0. Who would have seen this coming? Poor performances from Joe Gomez to give away the penalty. Slotted home from De Bruyne. Good finish again. Poor defending from Gomez for the Sterling goal. And then great link-up play between Foden and De Bruyne to strike for 3. But at half-time, it is Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0. What a half of football from Manchester City. That was incredible. And obviously you'll get the Liverpool fans saying that obviously if they weren't trying, they'd already won the league. But that was just that was just something I didn't expect. Let's just say that I didn't expect that. But I will be back in a sec. I'm just going to go and get a drink, and I'll be straight back, and I'll have a chat if there's any of you there at half time. Hello, sorry, I don't know why it took me so long to say something. Half time, 3-0. Fair to say I didn't see this coming, if I'm going to be completely honest. But it has happened. You guys, do you favour Liverpool? Not sure. If any of you in the chat who are watching the game, or even if you didn't watch the game, what do you think? Because I'm just going to turn the light on as well. Might as well do that. Light up. Well, I just didn't expect that on any level. See what people are saying on the good old Instagram. You always have people piping up. See what people are saying, eh? Saying Gomez got the ball for that foul, but it looks like he's pulled Sterling down, if I'm going to be honest. I haven't really seen much though, to be fair. I was expecting a bit more. Man, that guard of honour from City was woeful. I won't lie. Yeah, people are saying it's just a bad guard of honour. That's an understatement, that. Yeah, and people aren't saying much, to be fair. For any of you who want to say anything in the chat, please do. Just fill the time during our time. As expected, a few more people in the stream. Obviously, it is one of the biggest games of the season, so I can understand why people have maybe decided to watch it instead. So, it's poor choice of game for me to commentate, really, because with this as well, which is annoying, obviously the big YouTubers will be doing like watch-alongs, which are annoying. But obviously, if that's your content, that's your content. True Geordie, he's doing his kick-off. I do like the kick-off. I'm not going to take anything against it. I really do like the kick-off, so, and that's his thing. And Thog didn't doing a watch-along as well. It just takes a lot of viewers that I may have been able to have if they didn't do them watch-alongs, but it is what it is. They're saying Gomez got the ball at one point, but I mean, for the actual foul, what are they saying? No, they didn't get the ball. I don't know if that was just that was banter, but that was a foul. I don't care what anyone says. That was a foul. Obviously, as you can see in the top left this time, is the next commentary. Arsenal versus Leicester will be a really good game. But I didn't expect this, I won't lie. Did not expect this. If they come at us second half, could be 5 or 6. It could be, you know. It won't surprise me. City have opened them up so easily. And Liverpool fans can't say anything about this performance. They haven't been good enough, and you can't say they haven't tried, because this is not the way they would have wanted to announce themselves as champions. It would have been so good if it was in front of a packed Etihad of Liverpool fans and City fans. It would have been so good. Full strength City, well, kind of a full strength City, and a full strength Liverpool, and the City have come out on top. That Foden finish on the weak foot as well. Great goal. Best goal of the game, that so far. That was sick. Like, honestly, the way they made Van Dijk and Robertson look, absolute mugs. Second half, will we not? 3 minutes time? 4 minutes time? I cannot believe the scenes. I just didn't expect this. I don't know what I expected, to be honest, from this game. Just didn't expect this. But goals in the 25th, 35th and the 45th minute as well. This is why I wanted City to win that game at Chelsea. So we'd take him to the Etihad and we'd beat them here. And then Liverpool still have to wait. Just even have to wait a few days for the title. That'd be great. But no. City bottled it. Oh well. Obviously, it's well interesting to see what they do with the Champions League ban of City as well. Championship, Leeds and West Brom are looking close for the title, so they'll be going up, I think, automatically, if that stays the same. Stoke could be going down as well. Middlesbrough could be going down. Some big teams could be going to League One, you know. Stoke or Middlesbrough could be going down. Huddersfield could be going down. Hull. They got a big win, though, against Middlesbrough today, near the bottom. Carragher was saying in his commentary Liverpool have the better defence. I'm sorry, yeah, but I know this is only one performance, but Eric Garcia has looked better than Van Dijk today. For the City's second goal, never mind the third. The City's second goal, he backed off Jesus and Foden. He's a back off merchant. He never goes at anyone. No wonder no one dribbles past him. He's just backing off all the time. If Garcia performs this way throughout the rest of the season, City won't need to sign a centre back because he's looked seriously good. Seriously good. But I don't get how you can say they have the better defence. If he means like overall, like over the season, yeah, sure. It shows Liverpool conceded, 25 this season? Including these 3 goals, City conceded 31. So that's only 6 goals difference. And City have scored more as well. It's actually 24 they've conceded in Liverpool, not 25. Yeah, make sure you're back for the next commentary. That'll be a good game as well. And then the one on Thursday, if I know it. Yeah, it's Aston Villa versus Manchester United. So, 2 big games back to back. That Foden KDB link up was ridiculous. It was bloody. I was gonna say bloody phenomenal. It was a joke. The way they made Robertson and Van Dijk look was ridiculous on another level. Gonna have what other games are going to be televised after that Villa United one. So my next commentaries after that, we don't know yet. They're not showing a long enough time. Let's try and find out if we can. Yeah, they don't show past the weekend of. Am I seeing this right? Oh, those are free to air. Okay, don't matter. Yeah, don't know what games are going to be on after the one on next Thursday, which will be Aston Villa versus United. We'll have to just see. Obviously, as well, early August, so next month, Champions League is back as well. City will play Real Madrid. And that second leg they need to play still. Obviously, that guard of honour was given by Manchester City. It was a shocking guard of honour. Like, they started walking off before they'd even got on the pitch, some of them. But in the end, it's City 3, Liverpool 0. Great goals as well. I know one was a penalty, but the other 2 especially were just ridiculous. Yeah, we're kicking off for the second half soon. Very, very soon. I think it'll be in a second, actually. Kicking off very, very soon. Hopefully, we get more of the same in terms of goals. Can Liverpool turn it around? We'll have to see. Imagine that comeback. It ends 3-3. That'll be mental if that happens. Surprised there's not more being said on. Can't believe not more on social media. Not many people are saying much, to be fair. I thought people would be going on about it a little bit more. But I'm wrong. Joe Gomez has been subbed off for Chamberlain. So that might mean Fabinho goes in the back alongside Van Dijk. He did have a shocking first half, to be fair. So I can understand why he's bought him off, Jurgen Klopp. Bit harsh, but if that's the way he wants to go about things, then that's his decision. Edison and Foden just giving each other a few instructions before they start fully restarting the second half. I just cannot believe the dominance in that first half. That was ridiculous from City. I thought Liverpool were going to really come out and, want to stamp some, a message to the league like we are champions and we're going to stay champions. But clearly not. As we have started the second half, Rodri dinks it long towards that right to Walker. City couldn't keep the ball and Van Dijk does win it. And Van Dijk goes long towards Mane. Edison with the diving header to stop the attack. It does fall to Robertson. His heavy touch goes out for a throw for Manchester City. So the second half has begun. And I think the timer has gone on. Let me have a look. Voice nearly went there. Close one. Walker has the throw in for Manchester City and we started the second half once again. Take your time. Kyle Walker to take this. Be no rush. Mike Dean is the fourth official for tonight's game. Thrown towards Jesus. He flicks on to Sterling, to Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Sterling again. Fabinho, who has gone into centre-back for the second half. Sweeps it clear. To Mendy. De Bruyne. Rodri. Tackled by Henderson. Out for a throw-in for City. Could we see 4 or 5? Remember, Liverpool haven't conceded more than 3 goals this season. Will this be the first game where that has been broken? Throwing from Mendy. He needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow card. Throws it long, looking in behind for Jesus. Only fires Van Dijk, who has to clear it out first time for another throwing for Manchester City further inside the Liverpool half. Not showing me the game. Sorry about this. Right, there we go. Throw-in. Mendy will take. Not got many options for City. Needs to have a bit more movement. Throw it to Jesus. Tackle by Chamberlain. Out for another throw-in. Yeah, out for another throw-in for City. Couldn't quite keep it in play. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Mendy. Jesus in that corner. Oh, it's actually Sterling. Tackled by Trent. Little bit of push from Trent. Oh, here we go again. Go on, Sterling and Trent. Have a fight. I'm joking. I'm joking. Throwing for City, though, once again, as Trent did win the ball back. A little bit of a push. Nothing much, though. I think they're mates, Sterling and Trent, but maybe not. As they've got a corner. Well done from Jesus to force the challenge from Trent. I feel like I've seen videos of Trent Alexander-Arnold in, England videos of football and FIFA. He does seem quite easy to wind up. You could say the same thing about Sterling with that Gomez incident, but it does look very easy to kind of get under his skin. But that's just what I think. That's what I've seen anyway. De Bruyne crosses towards Laporte. Oh, actually Garcia. What a leap by Garcia. He was collected by Alisson in the end, but that was a right leap from Garcia. And Trent's been set off on the left-hand side, intercepted by Sterling. Sterling still has it. Met by Chamberlain. He wins the ball back. Trent on that left, obviously defending the corner. That's why he's been on that left-hand side. Salah brings it down. Big tackle from Kyle Walker. And he can clear long inside the Liverpool half. I think out for a throw-in, actually, to Trent Alexander-Arnold in the end. Poor throw from Trent, looking for Fabinho, and Jesus has got it. Can he feed in De Bruyne? He goes on his own. Gabriel Jesus. Poor finish from Gabriel Jesus. Weak. Should have scored. Trent's got away with that one. I don't know what is going on with Trent Alexander-Arnold tonight, but especially this start of the second half, but that was a shocking throw right into Jesus. He should have scored. He should have at least maybe dropped it off to De Bruyne or more conviction on the shot, but in the end it was just weak and tame right into the throat of Alisson. Should have released him there or here and just went on his own instead, and it was really poor from Jesus. You'd expect much better from him. As Edison's got the ball. Inside to Rodri, back to Edison again. Over to Garcia. Walker. Garcia, back towards Edison. First time clearance, poor. Straight to Henderson. Around 30 yards from goal. Lays it off to Wijnaldum. Can't find Salah in the box. Cleared away from Manchester City. Foden chests it down, lays it off to Sterling. Gets past Robertson. He's got Jesus to his left. Will he use him? He needs to pass it now. Goes on his own instead. Shot deflected wide. Should have passed it. City should have at least had 2 goals already in this half. Selfish from both Jesus and Sterling. Sterling at least had 5 seconds to release it to Jesus and just decided not to. Went on his own instead. And guess who was backing off from him? Virgil van Dijk. But it's out for a corner after the shot was deflected. The other way in though, to be fair, just wide of the post, wasn't too far away. But within 5 minutes, City should have already scored 2 goals. De Bruyne in towards Rodri, flicked on by Wijnaldum, only as far as Salah, who flicks it on once more, only as far as Gundogan. He switches it back out wide to De Bruyne, he's onside. He needs to find the right cross. De Bruyne lays it to Foden, who shoots off the line by Van Dijk. I'm not sure if it was going in or not. But it's going to be another corner for Manchester City. And Liverpool are on the ropes. Massively. There's a good ball from Gundogan to find De Bruyne again. I think he was just onside. Crossed, looking for Foden. Found him. Got a weak-footed shot away. I think it was going wide. But Van Dijk wasn't to know. This is a better angle to see if he was going in or not. Let's have a look. Foden striking it. He's going to curl wide. Well, the corner's gone in, headed away by Wijnaldum. As far as Walker on the edge, gets it back out to De Bruyne, the corner taker. Well, offside, actually, in the end. Very late call from the linesman on Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know why it took so long. Alisson. Fabinho playing at centre-back for this half as Joe Gomez was subbed at half-time for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. A ball over the top from Salah. From Henderson looking for Salah. Finds him. Garcia's tackle. Cannons off Walker and Edison can cover comfortably in the end. Good tackle again from Garcia to stop it going through to Mane. Salah was onside though from the long ball over the top. Flicked it on looking for Mane. Big tackle from Garcia. Cannons off the knee of Walker and into the hands of Edison in the end. Rodri to Walker. Garcia. Laporte. Inside the City half. Rodri. Over to Mendy. Cuts inside nicely. He's inside the Liverpool half. Drills it into Sterling. He takes a touch. And looks for Foden. Around 25 yards from goal. Foden now inside the box. Lays it off to the right to Jesus. Tries to find Kyle Walker on the edge of the box. Poor ball from Gabriel Jesus. And Liverpool have it. With Trent on this. Oh, with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on this right. He's got Trent overlapping him on the right as well. Mane has it though. Has to twist and turn and pass back to Fabinho in the end. Robertson. Inside the City half. Has to go back again to Virgil van Dijk. There'll definitely be more goals in this game, I think. There's definitely going to be gaps appearing. But if Liverpool could even get a goal within the next 5-10 minutes, it's really in the balance at 3-1. Fabinho has it. Goes for that switch looking for Robertson. Walker will get there. And Foden can nod it down. Looking for Rodri. Rodri heads it back to Walker. Finds Edison in his own net. Laporte. Inside to Gundogan. Out. Oh, it goes in the middle to Kevin De Bruyne. A poor pass selection, but Henderson can find Mane in the box. Oh, gets it under his feet. And Henderson can pounce and catch the ball. Poor pass from Gundogan, looking for Kevin De Bruyne. And then Henderson, within 2 touches, was able to release it towards Mane. Kind of, I don't even know what happened there. Kind of didn't get his feet in the right position, and the ball just went right past him. And then Edison came out and pounced on the ball. If Mane touches that and gets the right touch on it, that's probably 3-1 to City and a goal for Liverpool, as Foden can bring it forward for Manchester City, bursts forward on the edge of the box, strikes it, good strike, but right into the arms of Alisson. And 9 minutes in, end-to-end stuff so far. Foden could have had his second there, but straight at Alisson. Did get the power though, to be fair to the young Englishman. Phil Foden was yet to play against Liverpool at first team level before today. He has today and scored today, which is the most important part. And Alisson's clearance cannons off the chest of Jordan Henderson, and he finds Chamberlain on the right. Henderson again has to turn back and find Fabinho in his own box, or in his own half. Over to Van Dijk. Robertson, Van Dijk. Over to Fabinho again. Just about to hit the 10th minute of the second half. It's still 3-0. Henderson looking for that lob ball, looking for Mane. Can he take any stride this time? He does. Bundled in the box. Walker bundles him over. Penalty given for Liverpool. This is a way through for them, or is it a free kick? Free kick, it looks like. Right on the edge. My word. It's going to be a yellow card for Kyle Walker. Knew what he was doing. It looks like he was just in the box, but the referees deemed it on the outside of the box. Yeah, just gives him an arm in the back. Theatrical Mane, as always, makes the most of it, but was a foul in the end. Yeah, and outside the box. Good call from Anthony Taylor, the referee. That was outside the initial contact was outside the box for sure. If VAR give this a penalty, I might give up with commentary. I'm joking. I'll give up with VAR though. Yeah, free kick. Dangerous area though. This is Trent Alexander-Arnold territory. It's one of those ones where it's a bit too close for a shot and like getting it up and over. But again, if they just float it over the wall, this could easily be going in for 3-1 here. I'm assuming it'll be Trent to take it. Can he get 2 free kick goals in 2 Premier League games? It could be his 4th goal of the season. When I mean it's right side of the box on the right of it, I mean it is 19 yards out or 18 point something yards out. It's right outside the box. Trent and Salah are over it. I'm presuming Trent Alexander-Arnold will take it for his 4th goal of the season in the Premier League. Can he score for Liverpool? Trent Alexander-Arnold going to the keeper's side, drags it wide, goal kick. Really underwhelming free kick from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Really, really underwhelming. I thought he was going to try and float it over the wall and dip it into the top corner. But decided to go on the keeper's side and was dragged it wide of the post. And City stay 3-0. And they're about to bring on Riyad Mahrez in the 57th minute. I'm not sure who's going to replace. We'll have a look in a second. Or we'll find out in a second. Whoever's liked, thank you very much. I just saw that come through. Can't imagine it being Foden coming off. Might be Sterling. We'll have to see. It's actually Gabriel Jesus. So I'm presuming Sterling will go in that false 9. And whoever's liked took the way that is unliked. So it's fantastic. Why like in the first place if he's going to unlike? As the goal kick's been taken from Edison, looking for Foden. Can't win the header on Fabinho, which is understandable. Finds Oxlade-Chamberlain on the right. Gets past Rodri. When Rodri doesn't recover. Knocks over Chamberlain as the referee and gives away a foul. Actually disliked instead, so he must have pressed the wrong button. So, yeah. Cheers, mate. If you're still here. Hope you're not. Fabinho has the ball now. Dinked over, looking for Salah. Big header won by Laporte over towards Foden. Chests it down, hooks it over. Looking for Sterling, who has gone in that kind of false 9 striker position for City. Can't win the header. Laporte does for City. Gundogan tries to send it over again on that left-hand side. Fabinho will chase and get there first. Can he deal with it? He can to Trent. He just gets it to Alisson in the end. He touches it and gets it to Robertson on that left-hand side. Just over half an hour to go. Alisson on the ball. Passes to Henderson. Finds it in between the gaps to Firmino. Space out wide right for Chamberlain. Good tackle from Mendy on Chamberlain, and Chamberlain is dispossessed. De Bruyne chests it down from a lovely ping ball from Benjamin Mendy. De Bruyne goes inside to Rodri, finds Gundogan. Spins and releases to Rodri again. Double substitution, it looks like, for Liverpool. That is going to happen very soon. I think it's Divock Origi and Naby Keita. Laporte on the ball. Mendy. Gundogan. Sterling. Tries to flick it around the corner back to Gundogan, but intercepted only as far as Rodri, who pokes it back towards Walker and presumably it off to Ederson. And then he does. Eric Garcia over to Laporte. Gundogan. The two in the midfield, or the two holding midfielders for City starting today, have really made a difference. When they go for like two attacking minded midfielders, that's when they get caught out by Liverpool. But it seems like they've dealt with that easily tonight, City, with that two holding midfielders of Rodri and Gundogan. And being able to let one of them go forward when they need has really, really helped them get these 3 points tonight. Well, I'm presuming they're going to get the 3 points. Obviously, it's not done yet, but... Oh, and a poor pass from Laporte on the edge of the box is let Mane in the box. Backwards towards Firmino, shoots, big block from Laporte, the one who made the error. All the way to Salah on the other side of the box. Lays it off to Chamberlain with the shot. Big block again by Laporte. Chamberlain can't shoot. Mendy deals with it. I think Foden was the one with the tackle, and Mendy's the one who's come out with it. And it's Mahrez who kind of release De Bruyne on the left. Doesn't use him as of yet. Does now with De Bruyne. One-on-one with Fabinho. Inside to Mahrez on the edge of the box. Lays it once more to De Bruyne. Tries to go far post with a curled effort. Just wide of the post though. Good link-up play from Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez on that counter-attack, where there'll be more gaps appearing for City to exploit in the end. Good one too, De Bruyne with Mahrez with a nice back heel to Kevin De Bruyne. Gini Wijnaldum hasn't had the best of games. He'll be replaced by Naby Keita. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist, and they both came against Bournemouth away. And Firmino comes off for Divock Origi, so he plays in his natural central striker position instead of being put out on the flanks by Jurgen Klopp. Fabinho obviously making a makeshift centre-back for tonight. Dejan Lovren not on the bench. I saw that when I was going through the lineups. They had no centre-back on the bench. They named Nico Williams the right-back, and other than that, it's all midfielders and attackers. And James Milner, who can be converted to a left-back if needed. Trent over to Salah, trying to dummy it to get some space on Laporte, but Laporte reads it and deals with it and finds Ederson in net. That's fantastic play from Ederson, but that's not a great pass, but Rodri's able to conjure the ball from it, and City do keep the ball, but not the most convincing of passes from Ederson in the end. But a long ball from Walker, aiming for Sterling, is headed away by Van Dijk. Foden inside the Liverpool half finds Mendy, who's overlapped. And Foden will now overlap Mendy, but he goes inside to De Bruyne instead. Dispossessed by Jordan Henderson, and he toe pokes it into the stands as the ball had gone out of play. Obviously a lot of frustration from Jordan Henderson, as Liverpool have been overrun tonight. Not a good performance from the now champions of this season. Obviously against the champions of last season, and off this performance, you'd think Liverpool were back to their old top 4 kind of performance. Not being great from them tonight. Mendy on the ball. Inside to De Bruyne. Over to the right hand side to Kyle Walker. Inside to Rodri. Laporte. Garcia. Tries to go inside to Mahrez. Poor ball from the young Spanish international. Can't win the header on Mane either as Liverpool launch it forward. Sadio Mane inside to Jordan Henderson. Finds Naby Keita. Robertson to Mane again. Can he make something happen? Sadio Mane goes for those long switches again towards Trent Alexander-Arnold. Brings it down, as he always does. Trent to Alexander to Chamberlain. He goes for a switch towards Robertson, headed away by Eric Garcia, but Robertson can keep it in, avoiding it for the throw. Keita back towards Robertson. Henderson inside to Salah, found space in the box, lays it off to Origi, shoots, big block from Laporte again, only as far as Robertson. Keita, Robertson. Can he get a cross in? Does so, cleared, sliced really from Garcia, out for a corner for Liverpool with 25 minutes to go, plus he added on time as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold to put the crossing, going to get his first assist since the two he picked up against West Ham in February. Good ball in, right in the danger zone. Rodri's the one who heads it away. Only as far as Henderson in the box, can't bring it down. Garcia clears. The two Spaniards linking up to help each other clear the ball. Back out to Trent, poor touch. Balloons it in the air, and Mahrez comes out of it. And Rodri can release De Bruyne on the left. Fabinho has to come round cover. Foden makes a blistering run, takes away the defenders, and releases Sterling, cuts in, dummies it, and finishes it as well. Liverpool are being torn apart. They cannot handle the counter-attacks of Manchester City, and this one's been slotted home by Sterling. Fantastic run from Foden to drag the two defenders away to release Sterling with bags of space. De Bruyne is the one who's to do that as well, with another assist on his name. Foden comes across. Fabinho has to go to De Bruyne. Robertson and Chamberlain dragged away by Foden's run, and by the time Sterling gets the ball, Robertson can't get close enough to him. Chamberlain tries to block it on the line. He gets a touch on it in the end, but it goes in anyway. I don't know if it was going wide without that Chamberlain touch. We'll have to see. It may have been, but I don't think Sterling will care. A City are 4-0 up. Cuts in. Was it going in? Going wide. Own goal for Chamberlain. It was going wide of the post. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's the one to put it in the back of the net and to put Liverpool 4-0 down. But that Foden run just made that goal. Without that Foden run, Sterling does not have that space. 4-0. Sterling won't get the goal as it wasn't going in on target. If it was going on target and Chamberlain helped it in, then it would have been a Sterling goal, but it was on his weak foot, so it would have been a hard finish to make, but it doesn't matter because in the end Chamberlain's the one who's poked it home, and Liverpool have not conceded this many goals in a game this season, so it's going to be a first for them, and if they were going to try and establish themselves as champions, this isn't the way to do it. Outplayed in every single department tonight. They've only had one big chance really, and that was Salah's shot which hit the post in the first half, and that was at 0-0. But other than that, not much has really been going Liverpool's way. As Mendy have got it on the halfway line for City. Gundogan. Over to Rodri. Can they make it 5 or 6? That would really embarrass Liverpool and shadow their Premier League win. Rodri. Inside the final third, switches it nicely to Benjamin Mendy. Brings it down. Crosses. Foden gets the header on it, but it's only a glancing header. But it does fall to De Bruyne right on that right-hand side. Keeps it from going out for a throw. And passes it back to Walker. Garcia. Gundogan. Nice ball to Mendy again. Bags of space. Crosses it. Tries to look for Foden. Good interception from Fabinho because that was heading straight to Foden. And Origi can get on the counter-attack for Liverpool. Against Laporte. He's only got Mane up with him. And what defending from Laporte to stop any kind of threat from Liverpool. And Walker will have it with 21 minutes to go. Plus added on time. City are cruising to a 3 points on an absolute battering of Liverpool. Gundogan has it to Laporte in his own half. Goes over to Mendy. Can look for Foden. He may have just been offside, but the play continues with a flag down, and he finds Sterling. Didn't hit it first time, tries to cut it back. Poor decision making from Sterling. Should have hit it first time. And what a ball by Foden in the box, by the way. And in the end, he stays 4-0. He may have been offside, Foden, from the ball, but still, that ball over to Sterling. He should have been hit first time, but decided to try and cut back once again, which he's done for a lot of his goals, for both of his goals tonight. Oh, well, one was offside, but in the end, decided to try and cut in and just didn't work. Poor decision in the end for Sterling. Should have been 5 if Foden was onside from that ball from Mendy. But we continue with Mane dropping deep for the ball for Liverpool. Inside to Salah. Lays off to Henderson. Van Dijk. Chamberlain with a switch to Trent, chests it down very nicely. Foden with a good tackle, clears, comes off Trent, and will be a throw into Manchester City. Good defending and tracking back from Phil Foden. He's really putting on a show tonight and showing why he should be starting for City next season and possibly edging towards that England call-up on the senior level. Ruthless Manchester City has meant Liverpool are 4-0 down. I didn't see this coming, I won't lie. I thought with Liverpool's resolute defence this season, City wouldn't be able to put this many past Liverpool, but I was wrong on many levels. Foden with a goal, De Bruyne with a goal, Sterling with a goal, and an Oxlade-Chamberlain own goal is the difference tonight. Obviously, it's in front of no fans, but the meaning of the game stays the same in the fans' eyes. And as much as Liverpool will probably use their title win as an excuse of why they didn't try hard enough, I'm sorry, but you have put out a full-strength lineup against City tonight. So if you're trying to tell me that you weren't trying to take this game seriously, then you just need to have a look at yourself, because Klopp wouldn't put a full lineup out to not take it easy. There's no point. Drinks break was happening, by the way. Sorry, I think I forgot to mention. João Cancelo will be coming on. I'm assuming he'll just replace Kyle Walker at right back. Links of him leaving the club. And Otamendi will be coming on as well. I'm presuming that'll be for Laporte or Garcia. Obviously, I think Pep Guardiola will want to keep Cancelo at the club, but with not enough first-team opportunities and the fact that it seems that he doesn't enjoy the lifestyle in England, he may be leaving after only one season. Cancelo, it's his 13th league appearance this. No goals or assists as of yet. Only 9 starts. He was on the bench for the reverse fixture. Wasn't in the squad for the Arsenal and Chelsea game as well, but he gets 18 minutes plus added on time tonight. We've continued from the drinks break, and it's Fabinho on the ball at the back for Liverpool. Otamendi's substitution will just have to be put on hold for a few minutes. They didn't do that substitution in time. Trent Alexander-Arnold on the ball. They show me a helicopter view of Manchester. Great. As Mane does have it on the left, on the byline, does get a cross into Origi. Won the ball from behind there, Laporte. Really risky challenge to do, but he won the ball fantastically. And Liverpool do still have it with Henderson as they win it back from City, attempting to counter-attack, and it's Salah on the edge. Foden working back, can't quite nick it off him. The Egyptian gets it over to Origi, once more to his left to Mane. Shoots, blocks by Cancelo. Mane's forced backwards towards that byline again. Gets it into Keita, he looks offside to me, and he is. Good call from the linesman, with a round of applause from Eric Garcia. as he did put his arm up. Let's see. Good challenge from Laporte, was it? Yeah, poke the ball from the legs of Origi. It's a fantastic challenge from the French. They've really missed that this season. I'm not saying with Laporte the season would have been different where City would have won the league, because Liverpool was just way too consistent, I think, for City to keep up even if they had Laporte. But seriously, the impact he has on that defence is like, it can't go unnoticed. Cannot go unnoticed. With Van Dijk heading away, Ederson's clearance only as far as Henderson, the ball's gone to. Keita flicks it back to Robertson. He'll go for that switch again to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not the best of nights for him. Well, not the best of nights for any player in red, but they'll have to bounce back from this, as they've got Aston Villa at home on Sunday, then Brighton away in midweek, and then Burnley next weekend as well at home. So some easy fixtures, it seems, on paper, but after this performance, could struggle, but it is Liverpool, so they're more likely to bounce back. But some good dribbling here from Keita. He's got him away, lays off. Mane can't take it in his stride, clear away from a City player. But Van Dijk can keep going with it as he heads it towards Robertson, flicks it over to Keita. Gets a left-footed ball in, headed away by Benjamin Mendy, and De Bruyne whacks it clear out for a throw-in halfway in between the City half, and Arnold will take it. I think as well, for appearances for the for a Premier League medal, Nico Williams will be replacing Trent Alexander-Arnold, the number 76. In fairness, Trent Alexander-Arnold actually hasn't had a great game anyway, so that change doesn't surprise me, even if it is just to get his appearances up for a medal, because he only made his first appearance in the Prem this season against Crystal Palace in the 16 minutes he was given in that game. So if he's doing it for that reason, that's fine, but Trent hasn't had a great game anyway, and the game is probably dead at 4-0 in terms of City will more likely win, but Salah could get a consolation as he tries to bend it round Laporte, and he does so, but straight into the hands of Ederson. It's an easy save for him to make, and he's been solid tonight, Ederson. Not done much wrong. Came out when he's needed to, made saves when he's needed to, and he's going to hopefully keep his clean sheet and get his 13th League One of the season, and that'll mean he's one behind how many Alisson has on 14. Nico Williams as well has played all 360 minutes in the FA Cup, getting 2 assists alongside that. Looking like a great prospect at right back for Liverpool, but with Arnold being so young as well, at the age of 21, Nico Williams may have to wait because he is 19 as well. Welsh also, so good prospect for Liverpool and the Welsh national side. Fabinho does have the ball at the back, and he goes to Henderson. To Fabinho again. Keita in the midfield inside the Liverpool half will burst into the City half. Look for a through ball towards Salah, intercepted by Laporte, but bounces over to Nico Williams. Goes backwards to Jordan Henderson, and he will switch it to Robertson, who's well in the final third for Liverpool in the Manchester City half. Just head back to Chamberlain though, and goes round the corner for Fabinho on the halfway line. Be a night to forget for Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, the Premier League is what they want and they've got it, so I don't think they'll be too disheartened by this, but they've still been absolutely battered by Manchester City tonight in all aspects. As Salah has it in the box, met by Laporte again. Great defending from Manchester City, and Foden can bring it out and lay it off to De Bruyne. Can he take on Henderson? He sits him down, tries to take on Keita, blocked off by Naby Keita, number 8. Obviously replaced the number of Steven Gerrard. He gave away a foul. Free kick for City in their own half. And here's another double substitution, but Otamendi will actually be subbed on this time, but Bernardo Silva will join him on the pitch as well. It'll be number 7, Raheem Sterling, who comes off. What a game he's had. Won the penalty, scored a goal, and also scored a technical goal, but he was going wide, but Oxlade-Chamberlain poked it home to make sure it was 4-0 for Manchester City, and Laporte will also be replaced by Nicolas Otamendi. I still think Laporte is getting back to his full fitness from the long-term injuries had this season. Subbed off in the 74th minute against Chelsea, subbed off in the 78th against Liverpool tonight. So Otamendi will play alongside Eric Garcia. He will get the full 90 minutes, the Spaniard. He's looked really solid tonight. Obviously keeping a clean sheet against Liverpool as he nearly gives the ball straight to Mane, but he does recover and give it to Rodri in the end. He goes wide right to Cancelo. He's got runs being made in front of him, tries to find the intricate one to De Bruyne, can't find him, deflected all the way to Rodri. He attempts to switch towards Bernardo Silva, intercepted by Nico Williams. He finds Chamberlain. He makes a run at the City defence and finds Keita. Once more to Robertson. Has Mane on his left and he'll use him. Inside the City final third, Mane will try and run at Cancelo and maybe get a yard on him to get a cross, and he does just that, straight into the hands of Ederson. And he'll slow down any kind of attack or counter-attack City may have wanted to try and put on to Liverpool's defence. Been really solid defending all round for City tonight. You know, they've been really critiqued on their defending this year, and rightly so. They've not been good enough in majority of games this year, but tonight they've really showed, you know, if they stick with this defence for next year, get Garcia at the back alongside Laporte, if they can get that link up and partnership going, Garcia could have a big part of City's future and future of next season as well. And that's big praise, but he's seriously been good. Nico Williams, as the throw goes back to Fabinho, once more to Alisson. First time clearance on the right boot, only as far as Garcia. His clearance goes to Rodri, shields it nicely and lays it back off to the Spaniard. That's actually Cancelo it goes to. His pass has been deflected off Divock Origi all the way towards Fabinho at the back. He's lucky he was there, because if that had fell to a City attacker, that could have been danger for Liverpool. Can they get a fifth City? That would really, really stamp some authority on this game. As Oxlade-Chamberlain tries to bring it forward, poor touch, intercepted. De Bruyne sets off Riyad Mahrez. He's got Foden to his right. He's got Bernardo to his left. He takes on Fabinho and strikes wide. Greedy play for Mahrez. That's happened a few times tonight. Jesus has done it, Sterling's done it, and Mahrez has done it where they should have probably released it, but went on by themselves, and it made for an easy save or a shot wide. That was another example there. Should have laid it to either Foden, who was in more space, or I think it was Bernardo Silva to his left, but decided to go on his own. And in the end, it was wide of the post. I feel like there's going to be a fifth goal in this game. Even if that's for Liverpool, I think that someone's going to score one more. With 9 minutes to go plus added on time. Nico Williams has it at right back. Goes back towards Jordan Henderson. He's missed 3 games in the league this season due to a hamstring injury. Obviously, that one of those games was a 3-0 loss to Watford at Vicarage Road. One was also that 3-2 win at against West Ham at home, but that wasn't a very convincing performance for Liverpool at the time. His Van Dijk goes long lucky for a really easy collection for Ederson, and he kind of does a throwing technique to throw it out for Gundogan. He kind of threw it like that, like you take a throw in, and Cancelo is being released on the right. Lays it off to Mahrez. He tries to dink it over, looking for De Bruyne, and he heads it with Alisson off his line. Good thinking from Kevin De Bruyne, and try to head it over the Brazilian goalkeeper, and if he just got the right accuracy on that, that was going in, because Alisson was caught in no man's land. De Bruyne well onside. If he could have just diverted it goalwards, then Alisson was in trouble, but unfortunately for De Bruyne, he was always going wide and couldn't quite get the power on the header that he needed. Thrown for City is another long goal kick from Alisson, goes astray. With 8 minutes to go, like I said, I think there's going to be another goal. More than likely, I think it'll be a fifth for City, which will really rub salt into the wounds. And I've mentioned it before, and I'll mention it again. That 5-0 win in the 2017-18 season that City picked up here at the Etihad in that 100-point record-breaking season could have a repeat of that 3 years later. Liverpool try and play their way out from the throw and can't quite do so. City win it back with Ederson on the ball. Gundogan has it, goes over to his left to Nicolas Otamendi. Lays it back off to Henderson. Can he do one of those special kicks he has in his locker? And he goes for it. Try to find Mahrez over the top. Van Dijk will get there. And we'll go back to Alisson. Bit of power on the pass. He's getting he's getting chased by Mahrez. Lazy kick. Try to find Nico Williams. And he sliced out for a throw-in for City in the final third. Poor from Alisson. Obviously no David Silva tonight for Manchester City. Wasn't needed in the end. Coming into his last year at Manchester City. Obviously a shame that he's had to do it with no supporters watching him, but will always be a City legend for sure. Been there for 10 years. Signed under Roberto Mancini. Henderson has it from the throw, wins it for Liverpool, and goes to Robertson. His pass track switch is deflected by Rodri, and Bernardo has it. It looks like Foden may have pulled up with a little injury or has been caught there accidentally. Butler MD, hi. How you doing, mate? Hope you're enjoying this commentary. Mahrez on this left-hand side, trying to get past Nico Williams and does so, and he's fouled at the same time, and the advantage is not there. So the referee gives the free kick. On MD. Look. 3 likes, nice. I think it was you, Butler MD, who subscribed. If you did, thank you. As Mane's getting subbed off, very, very disheartened. Mane that he's having to come off after a very poor performance. Yeah, I've been watching your Union Berlin career mode. I know you haven't loaded an episode in a bit, but I was watching that and I enjoyed it, mate. So keep going with that. Keep going. Mane comes off, obviously not happy with his performance, obviously the team's performance as well. As Takumi Minamino will come on for Liverpool. His 6th appearance this will be. Only 1 start, and that was obviously against Everton in the Merseyside derby. Not really impressed as of yet, but still has a lot of time to do so after signing from RB Salzburg, in January. Yeah, all good. I'm the Sutton United page. Yeah, I remember you DMing me. I'll subscribe straight away. Nico Williams will take that free kick. He's just won inside the Liverpool half. Still 5 minutes to go until we hit the 90th minute. Jay's just said him on my iPad right now. Nice. Yeah, I was watching it because it's interesting you were doing a Union Berlin career mode because for a month and a half ago I started a Union Berlin one and I've been doing it and I'm in like my 3rd season. So it's weird that you started to do one with them as well. It's Nico Williams trying to send it down the line, deflected, out, and we are throwing for Liverpool. Obviously, it'll be a very dark mood in the Liverpool camp tonight. Liverpool's 50 or 44 for loss under Klopp. This will be. It'll be City's 167th win under Guardiola. In that game against Chelsea, in that game against Newcastle, Sterling scored City's 575th goal under Guardiola's reign. Obviously, they've gained 4 from that. As a ball's been put in, it falls to Minamino, falls to Ederson instead. You can collect it. It was a ball from Robertson put in. A little bit scrappy, but the ball just bounced into the favour of Ederson in the end. And they can deal with it. Good team. They got a shirt on the way. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, their shirts are alright, to be fair. They're a decent design. Ederson with a long kick. Looking for, I think, Bernardo Silva on the left, but just pings it all the way to Alisson, his Brazilian teammate. How's your Festus Harper and your skipper? Festus Harper, yeah, he joined Hull. Good signing for him. Stockport County have got some money from it. His Chamberlain's been released on this right-hand side. 1-on-1 with Mendy, blocked by Mendy out for a corner. And I don't know what you mean about the skipper, your skipper, because that's Turnbull. Then Turnbull, I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think, unless something's happened within this stream. But yeah, first going to Championship from the National League, that's ridiculous, that. Good move for him. And if Stockport County get money, which I'm doing a Football Manager save on, in the description is the series. Hopefully, there'll be an episode either tomorrow or Saturday. So make sure you're ready for that. It's episode 12. It's getting really, really good, that series. Getting into the playoff business, or back end of the season, so towards the playoffs. That'll be in the next few episodes, so you need to be keeping an eye out for that. As Cancelo sends it long from the corner of Liverpool that they couldn't quite capitalise on. It's De Bruyne who takes over. He's got, I don't know who that is to his right. It's Rodri's going for a bursting run on the right. Henderson gets there before him though in the end and can clear with his left foot down line towards Naby Keita, who does keep it in. Surrounded by City men, and Foden can come out of it. Cancelo dispossessed by Minamino. He thinks he didn't foul him, but the referee did in the end. So it's a free kick for City. Roger on a bursting run, by the way. I mean, Elliot Osborne thought he was just getting Turnbull to skipper. And there's, he came to the end of his contract. I think Steven's going down, aren't they, to the National League? So I don't quite understand his move, unless he's getting offered more money, which is fair enough. Obviously, with that standard of football, obviously money isn't great. So if he gets some extra money where he's moving, then that's his decision. I'm not gonna be against that. Fabinho is on the ball with Van Dijk. Keita inside the Liverpool half, enters the City half. Hold on, just need this. Minamino has it just inside the Liverpool half. Is Van Dijk. A minute to go to the 90th. It doesn't look like we're going to get that one goal. I thought we were going to get extra. Zariga has laid it off to Salah. His shot's been blocked. Can City keep a clean sheet against Liverpool? It's Nico Williams. His pass has been blocked. That's true. His choice, not ours. Yeah, true. Otamendi clears a Nico Williams cross out for a throw-in for Liverpool. Nico Williams has it from the throw. Deep cross. All the way over to Cancelo at the right back position. If you're new, please subscribe just before the end of the game. That would be a massive help. Bernardo Silva's nearly been dispossessed by Henderson, but Rodri comes to help him. Cancelo bundles it off Henderson, but a foul was committed on Rodri as he was pulled down by Henderson in the end. At the 90th minute, how much added on? I couldn't quite see that. 4 minutes of time added on. So if you are new, please subscribe. It does help massively for the channel. Obviously, like I said in the top left as well, next commentary, Arsenal versus Leicester, same time, 8 o'clock, the start of the stream. Yeah, make sure you're there. Real good game. Obviously, Leicester struggling, Arsenal just starting to pick up a little bit of form. So it'll be an intriguing encounter, I think. The City have got a throw-in on the left-hand side inside that final third after their free kick was pinged over to that side, and the header was won by a Liverpool man. Nico Williams holds off Foden and wins the free kick, I think, after not being able to keep it in. I'll binge watch this Dotport career you've done. Yeah. Whoever subscribed as well, thank you very much. That helps massively. If you're going to binge watch it, I'm going to be honest with you, skip the first episode. It's not that important. It was just an introductory episode. I would really skip past that and start from episode 2. And then watch the rest, because the rest are really good episodes. And then the ones to come are going to be really good, like with the playoffs, hopefully we're going to get coming through as well. So yeah, I'd skip episode 1 just for your own for your own sake. Henderson has the ball, pokes it towards Chamberlain, trying to find Divock Origi in behind on this right-hand side. Does get to him, the Belgian. He has to go back to Mo Salah, who's one of the surviving front three members who haven't been subbed off today. Nico Williams back towards Henderson. Played a minute and 45 seconds of the time added on. Can Liverpool get a consolation goal? Can City keep the clean sheet? Chamberlain try to get a crossing, good block by Nicolas Otamendi. And it stays at 4-0, Manchester City. Nico Williams to take that corner. It's towards the back post, headed away, but out for a goal kick. Apparently, it swung out as the out-swinging corner was taken. I'm your 387th sub, Tim Hortons Cup Series. Thank you very much. I'm 388. So another subscriber. That is fantastic. We're so close to that 400 mark. So close. Is it Nico Williams' debut? Not the Premier League. He's got subbed on in the last game against Palace for the last 16 minutes. And obviously subbed on again. Made his debut, I think, in the FA Cup versus Liverpool. Against Liverpool? He plays for Liverpool. For Everton, sorry. In the FA Cup at Anfield. Edson sends his goal kick long to that left-hand side. Nico Williams wins that header. Out for a throw-in. We're a minute to play of the forward added on. And it's going to be a 4-0 win for Manchester City. What a performance. Completely dominant against the now champions of the Premier League. 388, okay. As Bernardo Silva has been released on this left. Gets a cross goal. No one's there, unfortunately. And he'll fall to Robertson on the opposite side, who clears down that line, but only Garcia is the one who can intercept the ball and keep it for City. Rodri. Back to Otamendi. 25 seconds. Sorry for that. Mendy. To Bernardo Silva. Keeps the ball. I'm sorry about this. To Mendy. Bernardo Silva inside the Liverpool half. Can they go for one more? Sorry. Mendy inside to Mahrez. To Foden. Mahrez is in behind for a fifth. Right on the 94th minute. Mahrez hit the near post. It's 5 for City. What an unbelievable performance. And right at the death, Mahrez makes it 5. He links up with Foden again. Bundle past the Liverpool defence in the end. Jurgen Klopp can't believe this performance from his Liverpool team against Manchester City. Nico Williams let him go. Van Dijk backing off again. Shocking defending from Van Dijk. Probably his worst game in a Liverpool shirt by far. And it's Manchester City 5, Liverpool 0. Beats Alisson at the near post, and this is embarrassing, and it could be disallowed for a handball by Foden in the build-up. He fell, and it did hit his hand, I think. Yeah, he was on the ground. He didn't mean it, so he probably will get chalked off this. Yeah, free kick, handball. 4-0, it'll stay. He fell over, and the ball bounced off his hand, and it led into Mahrez's pass. That's unfortunate for City, but it'll still be 4-0, and that is still just as embarrassing as the whistle will go. And it has. Manchester City 4, Liverpool 0. Should have been 5. But obviously an unfortunate Foden handball at the end meant that goal was chalked off. But nonetheless, what a performance from Manchester City. Liverpool can have their title celebrations, but in the end, it's going to be the City fans laughing tonight. Streams are quality, making them up, thank you. Mine always, how do you get... I have had a few of my streams taken down and I have 3 months banned, but I don't show any of the game. I put it in the description. You can't hear or show any of the game. I've never had it in any of my streams, so the fact that you used to get banned anyway was a joke, but they don't anymore. 5, yeah, stupid rule. It also took away a goal from Kane. Yeah, it did. I saw that VAR decision, but should have been 5. But it's just as Foden was falling onto the ground, like he couldn't move his hand or anything. It just bounced off and then led to Mahrez. I don't think it contributed to them, but I think even if it didn't touch his hand, I think the ball still would have gone to Mahrez. I don't think it would have made a difference, really. But, you know, that's the rules anyway. It's the rules. Jurgen Klopp still looking positive, but it's still a 4-0 loss. Should have been 5, really, but at the end of the day, still a humiliating performance for the champions Liverpool. I don't think they'll mind too much, though, as they've had to wait for a Premier League in 28 years. So I don't think they'll mind losing 4-0. But that is going to be the end of the stream for tonight. Make sure you are back on the 7th of July for Arsenal versus Leicester at 8 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekends. Loads of football on. So make sure you watch as much as you can. But from me, that'll be the end of the stream. Like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. City victorious against the newly crowned champions Liverpool. Embarrassing performance to say the least, but at the end of the day, they're still crowned the champions of England. But for now, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend, and I'll see you hopefully for Tuesday for Arsenal versus Leicester.